Hi, it's Peter Burns coming to you from the beach in La Jolla. Another beautiful day in paradise, and I just wanted to have a continuation of a blog I did this morning involving a very large transaction I'm anticipating will begin this week with one deal I've already cut with the country of Vietnam in a sweeping 10-year contract with new people that responded to me from one of my blogs here on LinkedIn, and I wanted to kind of continue because you learn from each and every contact that you have with other people who are smart businessmen and women, and there's a lot of them out there. There's millions of them on LinkedIn, and I am very excited when I meet someone of substance who's real, that offers new information and new ways to do things. So I think I learned a very powerful process, how to finance and really accelerate the growth of a potential business through the introduction of these folks I just met, and I'm working together with them on this sweeping initiative whose first component may actually come to fruition this week. I hope so. But at the very least, I've gained some really interesting knowledge. In effect, I have been familiar with a reverse merger into a public shell. There's a lot of fully reporting public shells that trade on certain platforms, stock platforms, such as Pink Sheets, which are the penny stocks of old, but also NASDAQ reporting companies. And if you get a fully reporting company that has shareholders and it has all of the bells and whistles for a fully reporting public company, you need to capitalize that company so that you can pay for market makers, et cetera, et cetera. The acquisition cost for fully reporting public shell with all of the legal, all of the accounting requirements for a public entity can top at about $500,000, which is not an insignificant amount of money. Well, once you have the public shell, there's a whole bunch of reporting costs and things like that that you're going to have capital to do, as well as the capital to actually accelerate the private company that's going to be moving into your shell. And I learned about an MTN, which is a midterm note, 5 or 10 years, reasonable interest, say 3, 4, 5, 6%, that capitalizes the former private company into the public company by allowing that to be used as collateral for a line of credit from one of the big banks that use that, because it is cash, as a complete line of credit, which is pretty interesting. And this allows you to get the capital that you need to really jumpstart your private company into the public markets. Well, what I'm learning is there is a way, if you put up the capital in the form of an MTN, to take a large chunk of the equity in the publicly traded company. And what happens is you still have that debt, which is first in the space, to be repaid, and you have the income coming from that particular note. But where your real upside is in the stock appreciation that your access to capital allows that fully reporting public company to enjoy. So that's kind of what we're working on right now for one of the 4 initiatives for the new folks that I have met through LinkedIn, through actually one of my blogs, and the Vietnamese who I already have a deal with, who actually would like to take their company, their main company with all the contracts with the government, and accelerate the growth and really expand through Southeast Asia far beyond Vietnam, where they are solidly placed after 24 years of working with the government there. Why can't this same initiative be used in many other endeavors? Why aren't there capital resources that could create midterm notes that could go into a fully reporting public shell in a high growth business, private business that merges into that, whereas the investor who puts up the debt capital also becomes an equity participant in the upside of the stock, giving free rein and operational control to the owner of the private company who comes into the deal. I like this, and I want to seek providers of capital for MTNs that is available to be used as a collateral base in a public entity, as well as those that purport to have clean shells that they'd like to sell. So, capital resources that'll issue midterm notes in a public entity in exchange for the interest for the note, as well as the appreciation of the equity stake in the public shell. I want to meet those people, and I'm putting out the reach now through LinkedIn for them to contact me, as well as people that have access to or own fully reporting public shells in the NASDAQ specifically, or other formats of publicly traded stocks. I want to meet them too. So please reach out to me at peter@entcreditcard.com and let's talk. You never know. Thank you.